Hello.
Hello. How are you doing, Melissa?
Good. How are you?
Good. Let's see.
Blaine, do you have our story like written in a document or anything that's continuous?
I just put it on
Just the Voxer.
the boxer thing.
Okay.
So it's just the way I've done it for years. And so
Yeah.
those
I'm
other guys, they do it right with a Google Doc.
well, not necessarily right, but I think I'm gonna try to put the story together so I can read the whole thing. But the first one I have is from October 7th because it took me so long um to figure out Voxer because I was doing the wrong app.
Yeah, let's see.
That's the first one I have. Okay, I'm getting it.
Okay, you should have them all now.
Thank you.
You bet. You and I are the most faithful.
Yeah. Well, I just come right after school gets out at 2:40 and it
Oh,
starts at 3 o'clock here. So
oh yeah.
I just,
You're
yeah, clean
the
up and come.
Yeah, you're the early time zone for this class.
Hmm. I like it.
Yeah, it's good to have it
And it
over.
works for me really
Yeah,
well.
good. Then you have all night free.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, that's good. We're going to end about 5 minutes early tonight because Vaughn's got to teach another class on this Zoom.
Okay.
So he told me to quit 5 minutes early and he's starting a little bit late. So it'll all work out.
Yeah.
We have this intermediate class. And I thought there'd be this class and the intermediate would be pretty close, but they're not. You guys,
Okay.
you guys are, you guys are way ahead of them, and they're good. But
Yeah.
you guys are amazing.
Do when I got my bachelor's degree in Spanish, they didn't teach like this at all where I went to school. Are any universities starting to teach like this? Comprehensible input and
Yeah,
stories?
I'm sure I don't know. It's so hard for universities because they're so into syllabus and covering
Yeah.
stuff like that. The only one, Jeff Brown he's at Costa Mesa Junior College and he does this. So,
Yeah. I just after getting a bachelor's in Spanish, I felt ill-equipped. I was scared to death to teach because I felt like I couldn't talk. It was, and I actually didn't. I did a 3-week long-term sub, and then I didn't come back to the classroom for 20 years. I went and became a nurse because I did not feel ready to be in the classroom.
Yeah.
I knew a lot about Spanish, but I couldn't say much. And I didn't like that. That really bothered me.
You know, even what this class does is pretty amazing on fluency.
Mhm.
You know, Vivian and Katarina started out with knowing nothing. They are right. They're amazing
Mhm.
to get
Serena is
to.
falling behind, though. I feel like I'm really falling behind.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
Katarina, you're amazing. You should hear yourself.
No, I feel like I'm really falling behind, but I got to start working at it, reading. Well, I'm losing my confidence. That's what it is.
It's
I
all
have
confidence.
a funny story for you, Senior Ray.
What, Courtney?
I have your CDs that I listen to in my car. I'm old school. I still have a CD player in my car. So I listen to Pobre Anna and all those stories.
Oh,
I've
good.
probably listened to Pobre Anna like a million times. And I was listening to it in my car the other day and I thought, oh my gosh, I just heard the subjunctive.
There you
Anna,
go.
no comas chocolate. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've never heard that
Yes.
before.
Yes, that shows your brain hears when it's ready to hear.
That's so
Hmm.
You
cool.
can't make it ready. You just have to go through this process.
Hmm.
Do you hear subjunctive at all in Portuguese, Vivian?
Nope.
Yeah, I do. I'm que fale, seja is
Yeah.
I just hear it because of my Spanish background.
But I'm hearing it in Spanish now, or I'm thinking about it. I often think
Yeah.
about little phrases
It's
and then I think, how would
subjunctive
I
is
say that?
it's an intellectual process.
Mhm.
They say you just pick it up, but you don't. No. So at that level, you got to learn about it, and it's intellectual process. Just like Courtney
I
said right there. I just heard the subject.
I said the other day to my husband, I said, oh, it was about a house. I said, it may have sold already. And then I thought, oh, I wonder how you would say that. Like, it may have sold already. And then I tried to figure out how I would say it. And I looked it up and it's got the subjunctive with is that puede or something?
Yeah, you can say puede que. I'd say es posible que se haya vendido,
See.
but puede que se haya vendido. It's
See,
possible
that was it. Se haya vendido. So there's all the sold itself already.
sold
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
Is what it is, and that's how they said is sold. Maybe it is sold something, but
So it just, when you get ready, you start wondering how things might.
your brain,
said.
it just goes there, and you hear it more. And boy, my big aha moment was learning cuando on the subjunctive. It just gave me a whole new perspective of the difference of cuando tengo and cuando tenga.
Oh,
And cuando tengo is whenever I have money, I buy chocolate. But cuando tenga dinero is when I get money in the future, I will buy chocolate. The cuando tenga hasn't happened. And therefore, we don't know whether it will happen or not. So therefore, it's subjunctive. But then when you hear how common it is, it's just it's common. So that's interesting. Courtney, are you fast processing on Pobriana now?
What does that mean?
Fast, does your brain process the Spanish quickly from Pobriana?
I honestly think I have the story memorized, but it wasn't until we started talking about the subjunctive in class. It's weird. It's weird that I didn't think to myself, because I have the book as well. I've read it. Like, oh, they didn't use comes, they used comas.
Yeah.
But it made me feel a lot better when you talked about, I think, living in Chile for a long time and you were fluent and you were speaking and you hadn't picked up on the subjunctive. That honestly made me feel a lot better because I thought, oh, this is a common thing that maybe it comes later.
Yeah. it's so interesting because Pobreano was all that Taft era.
I think about Tammy every time I listen to it.
Yeah, it was, and in fact, Tammy was living in Mexico the year we went to Taft, and that was when she was 15, and she didn't know she was moving, and then we told her, and then the next year we were at Taft, so that's where Pobreana came from.
And Patricia va a
Yeah,
California.
that was supposed to be a
Yeah.
sequel, but it didn't work out. But it was kind of from Shelley. I don't know. Did you ever meet Shelley?
Is that your younger daughter?
Yeah, that was Tammy's younger sister. But she went to Guatemala, and so that was kind of, I knew it from her trip. So
Yeah, and I have the one about the cruise ship too. I forget the name of that one. Yeah.
Elaine,
Yeah,
I
when
have
I
a
was teaching, in fact, really it was in Bakersfield. It was after I left Taft. They talked about reading and everything, and I said, I've got to buy some books and so my kids can read. And then there weren't any. There wasn't one in existence. And so I went and wrote them. And so it's now there's hundreds of them, it's just interesting to see how that worked out. Anyway, let's someone can read.
Blaine, can I ask a quick question
Yes,
about the
do.
subjunctive?
I
I'm
like Audie
hearing,
because she asks questions and clarifies everything.
I'm hearing que le vaya bien. And if I wanted to make that negative, would it still be subjunctive?
Yeah. Que no te vaya, que te vaya mal. I don't even know. Can you say that negatively? I don't know. How would you?
I don't
Really,
know.
though, it's a command.
It's a
That
command.
it might go well. Maybe it's not a command. Commands in the usted form are subjunctive.
Yes,
And what Courtney just said was a command, really. It's
correct.
no comas. It's a
Yes.
command, and commands are all subjunctive except to form positive. So and then that's just he form. So it's the most common form of every verb in your brain. So you'd say, talk to me in Spanish, háblame en español. Eat pizza, come pizza. But if you say don't eat it, then it's subjunctive. No comas pizza. No coma pizza. No, don't go. No te vayas. Don't leave. I was in a concert in Chile, and this American came down there and he was saying all this political leftist stuff. And the crowd just started screaming, que se vaya, que se vaya. Saying, you need to go.
So this construction, que se vaya, is effectively a command? Is an imperative?
Quiero que se vaya. I want that you go. Well,
Then we're going into the subjunctive, right?
okay, so it's a command if I tell you to go. Váyase, go.
Uh-huh.
But que le vaya bien is really subjunctive.
Right.
That it might go well for you. It's expressing the idea that it will go well for you.
Okay. And so you're not super clear on how to negate that subjunctive.
Que le vaya mal is what I'd say.
Yeah. Okay. That's the easy
So it's
way.
still positive.
Right. Okay.
Que no te vayas, that you might not go. I don't know. That sounds funny. It doesn't. But that que le vaya bien, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Is
It's
there
everywhere.
anything more used when you're in those countries? I don't know if there's any expression more used than que le vaya bien
Yeah.
or que te vaya bien, either one. Usted
Okay.
te is tú.
So if you say go to somebody in the to form command, how do you say that?
Okay, so there are, I think, when I was teaching, I knew the exact, I had little chants, ten, ven, pon, sal, dice, veas.
Right.
So there's 8 of them that are irregular. And ve is one. So vete is go.
Okay.
Vete al infierno is go. It's a swear word, go to.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's a command, vete. And haz, do it, H-A-Z. So it should be hace, but since it's irregular, pon is put.
Oh, right.
Sal, S-A-L, it's leave. And those are all two-form negatives. There's only 8 of them. Ten ven pon sal, dice ve as. I still remember that from, but everything else is he form. That it's called indicative, but come is a command. Eat, come pizza. Háblame en español, talk to me in Spanish. That's a command. And it's two-form command. And so if you're doing formal, then it's hable. Hábleme, and then it's totally subjunctive. Hábleme, coma pizza. And then on the irregulars, vaya is irregular. Oh, I know. Well, yeah, it's all subjunctive. That's 100% subjunctive. So ponga, tenga, vaya, oiga, conozca. They get that subjunctive from the yo form in the. So one thing that is that Vaughn and I personally, we have trouble. And when I hear Catarina, when I hear you guys speak, your Spanish is fluent. It's perfect Spanish. You sound like you're advanced, very advanced speakers. And then when, like right there, Catarina just expressed the opposite. You would think she's drowning in this class. And yet when she speaks, I hear what she sounds like. And she sounds like almost a native speaker to me. And so the problem with teaching for us is there's a gap between what we hear and process and what you guys are feeling. And so you feel, and I don't feel like until I get in that Portuguese class, then I feel like, oh, and so then you just produce what you can. That's why this is so good, because we give you a limited chunk and say, okay, here's your chunk and produce this. And then we try and challenge you with perspective. But it's still, I just view you guys as so good. Ari speaks his perfect Spanish. She sounds like she's a native speaker. And yet I've heard her express lack of confidence. And so, it's just a process of getting confident, and you do it, and it's
a speaking. I find it's a speaking. I can read it. I can understand it much better than I can speak it.
And that's everybody.
Ari
Everybody's that
shaking
way.
her head, but Ari's Spanish is wonderful because she used
she's amazing.
beautiful
And yet, but she's
short, clear sentences. And so I'm always like, why can't I do what Ari does? Or any of you, by the way, but some of you are teachers, but the speaking is the hard part.
we had a Brazilian girl come to the class, our Portuguese class on Saturday. I loved hearing her. I felt, what do you think, Vivian? I thought her Portuguese was so clear and just, she slowed it down
nice
for
and
us.
slowly. The other Flavia is starting to go quite quickly for me, and
Yeah. There's just a difference of the two, and the second one just slowed it down and was so clear. It just felt good to have it at that slower pace.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it's just a process, and you keep coming to class, you'll get better and better. That's exactly what happens. So anyway, who wants to read? I try to make the reading challenging, though, because on the reading you have time to process, and if there's a word you don't know, you look it up. So that's on purpose. But on the speaking, I try to make it not so challenging.
Right.
Yeah, can I just add one thing, Blaine? I just want to tell you that I would say what you do, Blaine, although I feel I don't have the confidence that I maybe should have at this point, is that I'm still, no matter what, I want to be in your class on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. It doesn't matter where I am. I want to make sure I'm in your class. And I think that says a lot about the way you teach. I think a lot of people drop out. A lot of students, they give up. They're like, oh, I can't do it. But there's something addictive to TPRS, seriously. We don't want to give up. And that's thanks to you, Blaine.
It's
really
true. It's very incremental, and you sort of, and we're all kind of in it together. Like we're cheering each other on.
I really felt we haven't had Portuguese for 2 or 3 years. And so last Saturday was the first time, and boy, I really felt good in that class. I just feel like this is it's challenging and yet it's fun.
Yeah,
But the hardest, you know what, we had all these situations in Portuguese, and so Flavia needed to just break those up and review situation 1, and she might have had them straight, but I didn't have them straight. But the language wasn't the problem. It was
Yeah, that's when Craig said 4. I have to do 4.
yeah, there's just a lot to remember. So we try to, that's why I asked Vivian, I said, now am I doing this like 4? Is there too much here, So my goal
It
is
can
to
become a
compress it.
little bit, when you're at the lower level, it can become a little overwhelming. And I know how
Yeah.
you like to have these stronger people go first, but then it kind of compounds itself a bit, because it's like, oh my gosh, they're so good and they're saying so much, and have to realize that you just have to say what you can say, not try to match what
That's right. And I really do. We choose the
Mhm.
most confident, Melissa, to go first, and it's just to model it, and then you hear it.
Mhm.
But anyway, it helps me hear your feelings, because then I got to slow down and just because my view of you guys is I'm just so amazed with what you can do in the language. Anyway, let's read. We got to finish early today. So, Melissa, do you want to read for us?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm Edna. I was born in Dogtown, Alabama.
Yeah. And había, what's the había there?
It's from haber. I had been born.
Yeah, that's really what it literally says, I had born.
Yeah.
But we would say I had been born.
And is that a normal way to say I was born? Wouldn't you say nasi or
Nasi?
nasia?
Nasi is but I'm trying to give you more structures.
But
So
that's
I
a
had
normal
been
way.
born is the way we'd say it in English, but había nacido sounds good to me. And
Okay.
that's why, and so Melissa went to was, but you really use haber. Había, I had born. It's literally what you're saying, word for word. Anyway,
And then
okay, so I read this before class and I thought, well, this was an error. The rest is all in third person. So now we're talking about Edna, where sometimes I just forget what I'm doing here. And I never proof it, by the way. So I should prove it. Okay, so now you're in she.
now, okay. She liked living in Dogtown. No one had their own bird for many years, during many years. Edna left Dogtown and went to mini Gatolandia. She liked living there, but had a problem. She had many.
Yeah, there was. Habías, there was.
Okay. Oh, but there was a problem. There were many cats in mini Gatolandia. Edna decided to go to Gatolandia in California. In Gatolandia, there was a class that Edna liked a lot. It was a class. It was a class of elephant with a famous professor. The professor was called Dumbo. Dumbo gave classes every day. Edna learned to speak elephant after only 28 classes. It was incredible. The whole world knows that Dumbo is a phenomenal professor. Now Edna knows it and appreciates it. Edna decided to return to Dogtown. They had been establishing a rule in the city. They had established a rule in the city. Now each person in the town, debía, so should, but needed to have their own bird.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
All of the citizens of the city had their own bird with an exception. Max had 2 birds and all the others had 1 bird. It was a very interesting situation.
Okay, good job. Very good. Okay.
Can I ask a quick question on the reading?
Yes.
And the second paragraph, the first line, in Gatolandia había una clase que le gustaba mucho a Edna. To me, that seemed a little bit awkward to put Edna at the end of that sentence. Like, could you have also said una clase que Edna le gustaba mucho?
You got to say the Edna.
Mm.
Otherwise, Edna's you don't know whether she's being liked or doing the liking. The says it is pleasing to her, to Edna, to her, it is pleasing. And so you can put that anywhere. You can say, Edna le gustaba la clase, le gustaba a Edna la clase, le gustaba la clase a Edna. You have freedom to put that in anywhere.
Okay.
But gustaba, by the way, that's one of the hardest parts of Spanish. Especially if you say, like, Courtney doesn't like me, I'd say, a Courtney no le gusto, which is I'm not pleasing to her. She didn't like me, which is very different. And in Portuguese, it's the opposite. It's so easy in Portuguese. So, okay, this will be hopefully it'll be a little easier tonight. So, había una, tengo información muy importante. Edna decidió mudarse a Dogtown.
Wow.
Es información muy interesante. Había vivido, ¿dónde había vivido?
Mini Gatolandia.
En Mini Gatolandia. Y también había vivido en
Gatolandia.
Gatolandia, sí. Y algo muy impresionante sucedió. It happened. That's pretty common word. And sucedió en Mini Gatolandia. ¿Qué sucedió?
Había muchos gatos.
Sí, había muchos gatos, pero personalmente, ¿qué le pasó en California? I can't even remember which Gatolandia was. ¿Qué le pasó en Gatolandia, en California?
En Gatolandia, ella aprendió elefante.
Sí, y era una experiencia fantástica para ella. Aprendió elefante en ¿cuántas clases?
28.
28, es increíble. Y Edna se dio cuenta, what's that? Realized de que tenía un talento para aprender elefante, porque una persona normal requiere más de 50 clases para poder hablar elefante bien. Pero Edna, como tiene talento especial, lo hizo, what I say there?
You did it.
did it. She did it. Lo hizo en cuántas clases?
28.
28.
Solamente 28. Y es lo mínimo posible. Porque una persona normal requiere ¿cuántas clases?
100.
50.
50.
O 50.
Mínimo de 50.
Mínimo de 50.
Pero Edna lo hizo en solamente 28 clases. Es increíble. Así que después de que Edna había aprendido, what I say there?
Had learned.
Had to learn.
She had learned, había aprendido elefante, no había por qué quedarse en Gatolandia. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué no había por qué quedarse en Gatolandia?
Ya sabía el idioma.
Ya sabía el idioma, correcto. Y ya que sabía el idioma, no tenía razón de quedarse. Y por eso tomó la decisión de que
Mudarse a Dogtown.
de mudarse a Dogtown, correcto, sí.
Regresar, ¿no?
De regresar a Dogtown, de volver a Dogtown, de mudarse a Dogtown, muchas opciones. Pero ella supo, what's the word supo?
Found out.
Found out.
Found out, yeah. Sabía is new, supo completes it. Therefore, it means she found out. Supo algo muy importante de Dogtown. ¿Qué supo Edna?
Hay una regla nueva.
Correcto, una regla nueva. Regla o requisito, ¿correcto? Está bien. Requisito o regla. ¿Y cuál era la regla?
Todas las personas tienen que un pájaro.
Sí, tienen que tener, necesitan tener, deben tener. That's all saying the same thing. Todas las personas en el pueblo deben tener su propio pájaro. Y si tú no tienes un pájaro, tú no puedes vivir en Dogtown. Es una regla. Y así que cada persona en Dogtown tenía su propio pájaro con una excepción. ¿Quién?
Max.
Max. ¿Y qué pasó con Max?
Max
Él
tiene
tenía dos.
Tenía dos.
Tenía dos, correcto. Y Mac, ¿por qué tenía dos?
Tiene mucho dinero.
Mucho,
No
es
sé.
riquísimo. Max es millonario y quería mostrar, what's the word mostrar?
show.
Show.
Demonstrate.
Yeah, it's like demonstrate or show. Quería mostrar al pueblo que tenía mucho dinero. Porque para la mayoría, para los otros en el pueblo, era difícil comprar dos pájaros.
¿Los pájaros son pájaros exóticos?
No es obligatorio que sean exóticos, pero Max compró dos pájaros exóticos y le costaban mucho dinero a Max porque eran pájaros exóticos.
Los pájaros no son pollos.
Uno, hay una chica en la ciudad que se llama Frances y tiene un pollo, y la regla no está muy clara si el pollo cuenta por un pájaro. Puede contar o puede que no, pero Francis decidió comprar el pollo, ¿sabe? Ella necesita huevos.
Sí.
Y el pollo produce huevos. Los otros pájaros no. Así que Francis es pobre. La mayoría de las personas en el pueblo son pobres y no tienen dinero. No pueden comprar pájaros exóticos. Solo Max. Max tiene dinero y Max quiere mostrar al pueblo que tiene dinero. Así que Edna ahora decidió que quiere vivir en Dogtown. Está decidiendo algo muy importante porque Edna sabe que necesita o tiene que comprar un pájaro, ¿verdad?
Ujú.
Y está decidiendo en el tipo de pájaro. Es una situación muy interesante. Okay, there's your Spanish. Melissa, tú eres Edna, describe el conflicto ahora y todo lo que te pasó. Oh, you're silenciada. No te oímos.
Okay, Edna. um,
Tú eres Edna.
sí, soy Edna y regresé a Dogtown. Pero
¿Por qué regresaste?
porque ya aprendí el idioma elefante.
Ah. ¿Y cómo lo hiciste? ¿Lo aprendiste rápidamente?
Sí, yo aprendí el idioma elefante en mini Gatolandia, no recuerdo.
I don't either. Just say
Con el
Gatolandia.
profesor Dumbo. Y él es un profesor muy famoso. Yo aprendí el idioma elefante en 28 clases.
¿Pero es normal eso?
No, no es normal. En general, le cuestan una persona más que 50 clases.
¿Y tú lo hiciste en 28 horas?
Sí, sí, me di cuenta que yo tengo un talento para aprender idiomas.
Tú eres increíble, Edna.
Sí, yo sé.
Realmente me doy cuenta de que tú tienes un talento especial, especialmente por el idioma elefante.
Sí, especialmente.
Y
Sí.
también ayudó a tener un profesor bueno, también,
Ujú,
porque Dumbo es
sí,
bueno.
me ayudó mucho. Él era excelente.
Sí.
Sí.
¿Y qué te pareció estar en la clase de Dumbo? Porque él es famoso.
Sí, creo que tenía mucha suerte tener esta oportunidad.
Qué bueno.
Ujú.
Sí, y tú como tienes talento y estabas en la clase de un... Creo que es el elefante más famoso en el mundo, ¿no?
Sí, sí, porque antes era actor.
Sí.
Sí.
Todos conocen el nombre Dumbo,
Ujú, ujú.
muy común.
Sí, muy común.
Así que decidiste ir a Dogtown.
Ujú. Decidí regresar a Dogtown y cuando regresé me di cuenta de que algo muy específico ha cambiado. Ahora es requisito que cada persona tiene un pájaro
Mm.
en Dogtown. Y yo no tengo un pájaro, entonces no, yo necesito comprar un pájaro o necesito mudarme a otra ciudad. Sí.
Pero tú quieres quedarte en Dogtown, no, porque tú naciste en Dogtown.
Sí, y todavía conozco a muchas personas que viven en Dogtown. Entonces prefiero quedarme aquí. Pero necesito pensar en qué tipo de pájaro
Sí.
quiero comprar.
¿Qué piensan las otras personas de la regla? De la regla de tener un pájaro.
No sé, pero cada persona tiene un pájaro y hay un hombre, se llama Max, que tiene dos, pero él es millonario y tiene mucho dinero, entonces no es problema tener más que un pájaro.
Y tiene pájaros exóticos también, ¿no?
Tiene pájaros exóticos. Tiene un loro, ¿sí? Que habla elefante.
Loros parrot.
Es
Or
un
not
pájaro
everyone's going to know that
exótico,
word,
¿no?
yeah. Qué bueno.
Ujú.
Es muy interesante. Así que, tú tienes una opinión de Frances porque ella compró un pájaro para tener los huevos.
Oh, creo que es buena idea porque mm, con una gallina, con un pollo, ah, ella está siguiendo la ley, pero también puede comer los huevos que produce la gallina.
Yeah. Gallina is really the good word that we should be using here. Pollo's the food. Ok, celebración, muy bien. Ok, Courtney N, describe tu situación. Tienes una situación muy interesante, ¿no?
Sí, soy Edna y vivo en Gatolandia, pero quiero mudar o regresar a Dogtown. Pero tengo un problema porque hay una regla nueva en Dogtown. Esta regla dice que tú necesitas tener un pájaro vivir, tu propio pájaro vivir en Dogtown.
¿Qué te parece la regla?
No me gusta esta regla porque no tengo un pájaro ahora y es muy difícil encontrar un pájaro en Dogtown.
Sí, y no hay pájaros extras. El único pájaro extra en Dogtown es el pájaro de Max, porque él tiene dos.
Sí, posible necesito ir a la casa de Max y sí, to ask him,
Pedirle. Now,
pedirle,
pedir is to request and preguntar is ask. So you could preguntarle, ask him, or
preguntarle,
sí,
¿es posible para mí comprar un pájaro exótico de él?
sí, tú puedes comprarlo. Lo único malo es que te va a costar mucho dinero, Edna.
Sí, es un otro problema para mí. Necesito encontrar un hombre rico, posible un hombre como Donald Trump, pre- preguntarle para el dinero.
Sí,
Necesito.
es posible que Donald Trump te dé el dinero. Can you hear subjunctive there, you guys? Da is normal, de is subjunctive. Sí, es posible que te dé mucho dinero para comprar un pájaro exótico.
Sí, y Donald Trump también necesita mi vota.
Sí. Tú puedes votar por Donald y él puede darte $1,000,000.
Sí.
Celebración, muy bien, excelente. Ari Edna, describe tu situación. Es una situación muy interesante. Nope, I don't know if Ari's working there. I think her internet froze. No se mueve. Katari.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, now we can hear you.
Okay. Me llamo Edna y nací en Dogtown y después vivía en mini Gatolandia y de Gatolandia. Pero yo regresé a mi pueblo y me di cuenta de que hay una regla nueva allí. Y es que cada habitante debe tener su propio pájaro. Y ahora no tengo ningún pájaro, pero estaba pensando en comprar otra mascota. Entonces, yo decidí mudarme a Dogtown otra vez y comprar un pájaro.
Qué bueno, el problema es que es difícil encontrar un pájaro barato.
Sí, es un problema en Dogtown, pero yo necesito mudar todas mis cosas de California a Dogtown. Entonces, yo estoy pensando en comprar un pájaro en California.
Oh, buena idea. Es posible que haya un pájaro barato en California porque no tienen esa regla.
Exacto, sí.
Buena idea, Edna. Qué bueno. Celebración, muy bien. Catarina, Edna, describe tu situación.
Sí, soy Edna y en ese momento vivo en Dogtown, en mi pueblo, donde había nacido.
Good
eh,
job. Había nacido. Yeah.
Había nacido en Dogtown. En ese momento vivo en Dogtown. A mí me gusta mucho Dogtown. Hay una regla muy importante en ese pueblo, es que todas las personas deben tener un pájaro. Es fantástico porque a mí me gustan mucho los pájaros. Y hay un hombre muy rico que se llama Max y es ridículo porque Max tiene dos pájaros, sí, dos pájaros
Pájaros normales.
no exóticos, muy exóticos. Es normal porque Max tiene mucho dinero y a él es importante que puede
So there's
mostrar,
your pueda. Can you hear the
pueda
difference? Es importante, it's going to be subjunctive. So you're going to say
que,
que pueda.
que pueda mostrar su,
Did you want me to tell you that or not?
yeah, no, I love that.
Okay.
Que pueda mostrar
Su riqueza.
su riqueza, correcto. Sí,
Sí,
opulencia, su riqueza.
sí.
Y antes de vivir en Dogtown, yo viví en mini Gatolandia y Gatolandia también, donde en una ciudad había muchos gatos, en la otra ciudad había un elefante Dumbo, que era un profesor de elefante.
Y tú
Eh,
aprendiste elefante, ¿no?
Sí, sí, perfectamente. Yo hablo muchos idiomas y una de esos de idiomas es pájaro. Soy totalmente fluente en pájaro.
Oh, qué bueno.
Es normal porque el Dogwood es mi ciudad y en elefante también. Sí, sí. Lola.
¿Cuántas clases necesitabas tú para aprender elefante?
28 exactamente.
Increíble, ¿es posible?
Soy un genia, un genia. Todos los otros estudiantes necesitan de más de 50 horas. Yo, 28,
Y
es
tú lo
fácil
hiciste
para
en
mí.
28. Nunca he oído eso de aprender un idioma difícil como elefante en 28 clases.
Sí, pero la metoda,
Yeah,
la metoda es
entonces, Dumbo
excepcional.
tiene un método buenísimo.
Correcto, muy excepcional, excepcional.
Qué bueno.
Sí, sí,
Tuviste suerte tú
sí,
estar en la clase de Dumbo.
mucha suerte,
Sí,
sí,
qué bueno.
sí.
Salvación, muy bien. Vivian, Edna, describe tu situación.
Soy Edna y ahora vivo en, no, en Gatolandia. Aquí am, ah, he estado aprendiendo elefante, pero ahora que voy a mudar, voy a mudarme a Dogtown, Alabama,
¿Por qué?
porque había nacido ahí
Ah.
y quiero,
¿Quieres volver al lugar de tu niñez?
sí,
Can you hear that word, childhood?
quiero revolver,
Yeah, volver.
just volver.
Revolver is revolve,
All
volver
right.
is return.
Quiero volver quiero regresar.
Yeah,
No.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Y oído que hay una nueva regla ahí que todas las personas de- debían tener un pájaro y no lo tengo. Así que tengo que comprar un pájaro para vivir allí.
¿Qué te parece esa regla?
La regla dice que cada persona debía tener un pájaro.
¿Y te gusta esa regla?
Más o menos, no. No, no importante.
Sí. Y ahora, pero tú no te sobra el dinero, ¿correcto?
No me sobra dinero,
Sí.
pero conozco un hombre que se llama Max y tiene dos pájaros. Y es importante. No, I'm not going to do that.
Got subjunctive there, huh?
Espero que él tiene un
See,
pájaro
there's espero que is subjunctive
okay, here we
too.
go. Que espero que
Tenga,
te,
tenga.
all right, tenga un pájaro que habla elefante.
Sería buenísimo, ¿no?
Sí,
Si tiene un
sería-
pájaro que hable elefante, entonces tú podrías practicar elefante con el pájaro.
sí, es
Buena idea.
buena idea.
Debes hablar con Max,
Sí.
pero hay un problema. Los pájaros exóticos
Sí,
son
pero
caros.
uno de pájaros es un loro
Sí,
y ah, el loro puede hablar muchas lenguas.
sí. Su loro tiene talento como tú.
Sí, no, no.
No, es no
Tengo,
como tú.
tengo, tengo un talento muy
Excepcional.
excepcional, sí.
Sí. Celebración, muy bien. Katie Egna, describe tu situación.
Bueno, soy Edna y yo había nacido en Dogtown y después de eso me mudé a mini Gatolandia, pero no me gustaba porque había demasiados gatos y no me gustan los gatos. Por eso después yo me mudé a Gatolandia y ahí yo aprendí la lengua de elefante.
Oh, ¿cómo lo hiciste?
Bueno, yo asistí las clases de Dumbo y Dumbo es un profesor de elefante muy famoso.
Oh,
También es un actor. Y yo aprendí la lengua en 28 clases.
increíble.
Sí, yo soy muy inteligente.
Sí,
Ah,
se
y
nota.
sí. Ah, y después no quería quedarme en Dogtown, perdón, en Gatolandia más. Por eso me mudé regresé a Dogtown, a el pueblo de mi niñez.
Sí, good job.
Y
Yeah.
gracias. Y supe que hay una nueva regla en mi pueblo. Ahora necesito un pájaro, pero yo soy muy pobre.
Sí.
Pero ahora que yo sé la lengua del elefante, yo puedo ser una profesora de elefante.
Puedes
Y
ganar dinero extra
exacto. Y yo
dando
quiero
clases.
enseñar a Max.
Sí, es posible que Max quiera aprender a hablar elefante. Y Max
Sí.
tiene dinero.
Y yo puedo cargar mucho dinero.
Sí, correcto. Puedes cobrarle mucho dinero.
Ajá, muy bien.
Celebración, muy bien. Okay, we got about 2 or 3 minutes here for Rachel. Rachel Edna, describe la situación.
Ok, soy Edna y recientemente decidí regresar al pueblo donde yo nací. Se llama Dogtown y está en Alabama. Había estudiado elefante en California, pero completé mis clases con profesor Dumbo y ahora quiero volver al Dogtown.
¿Te gustó tomar las clases de Dumbo?
Sí, Dumbo era un profesor muy inteligente, muy amable y me gustaban mucho sus clases.
Es famoso, ¿no?
Sí, era un actor de su niñez.
Qué bueno. Y entonces, ¿cuántas clases tomaste para aprender elefante?
Para mí, tomé 28 clases, pero para otros es más normal que toma 50 clases o
Ah,
más.
tú eres increíble. Tienes
Ah,
un talento para aprender lenguas, parece.
sí, gracias, es mi pasión.
Sí. Cuando uno tiene talento, entonces tiene pasión en hacerlo.
Sí.
¿Qué te parece vivir ahora en Dogtown?
Pues desde me mudé a California, había cambiado las leyes en Dogtown y ahora todas las personas que viven aquí o allí necesitan un pájaro Y ahora no tengo un pájaro. Tengo canguros, pero no tengo un pájaro. Y por eso estoy pensando en tal vez vendrá mis canguros. No
Es
sé.
una posibilidad. Tú puedes vender el canguro y comprar un pájaro.
Sí, porque creo que sería muy difícil traerlos a Dogtown, porque Alabama y California hay una gran distancia entre los dos.
Sí. Es muy difícil para un canguro viajar tan lejos.
Sí, porque they don't fit,
No caben.
no caben en mi carro, no caben en un camioneta,
Sí.
no sé.
Y no tienen, los canguros saltan mucho. Y no
Sí.
tienen en el carro, no hay espacio para saltar.
Sí, no hay ningún espacio para un canguro. Y yo tengo 15, creo.
Ah,
No
es
recuerdo.
mucho, sí. No hay espacio para los pájaros, para los canguros.
Sí.
Qué bueno, muy bien. Celebración. Okay. Gotta go tonight because Vaughn's having another class here. Great class. You guys are amazing. Amazing class. It's always fun to talk to you. Mainly hear your feelings. It helps me teach better. So just slow down, even though you guys are so amazing. Okay,
Gracias
see you
por
next
todo.
week.
Gracias, Blaine.
Gracias, Blaine.
Hasta
Oh,
luego.
just a minute.
Ah,
Do you know what? I have a workshop. So next week. So I want it, you guys, but I'm going to be on Eastern time. So this would be like 1 o'clock class. Can any of you guys come at 1?
What day?
It's 3
1
Eastern time.
What day is that? Sorry.
It'd be
what-
the same day. It'd be Monday.
Oh,
So if I have, so let's see. So it'd be about 3 hours earlier.
1 hour earlier. 3
It'd
hours earlier.
be
It'll run right into this class? Oh, you're muted now.
Oh,
Escucho.
can't hear him.
there we go.
Yeah.
There.
I didn't even know that happened. Is there anyone that can come that early?
Would it run right into this class? Like, is it the 1 hour before this class? Is that?
No, it's before this class.
I could come. I think it would be noon Pacific.
Yeah, it'd probably noon Pacific, 1 Mountain time. That's what it'd
Oh,
be.
okay. I can try.
Yeah. Okay, so
When you said you're going to teach at 1 p.m. Mountain Time?
yeah, 1 p.m. Mountain time, 3 Eastern time,
Oh, okay.
because I'll be in Atlanta.
Okay.
So if you guys can come. Oh, Audie, can you come?
I
I
can
don't-
try.
Okay.
I
Okay.
I won't be able to.
Yeah, Melissa's, yeah. Okay, so I'll send you a little message, a reminder, Sunday, to tell you the early class the next day.
So like noon in,
Noon Pacific time,
Pacific,
1
okay.
Mountain time, 3 Eastern.
okay. And
That
you'll
will
send us a
be
link or something.
Instead of
Okay.
the later class, right?
Yeah, that'll be instead of the
Okay.
later class. Yeah, I
Okay.
can't do later.
We use the same link or you send a different link?
Say everything will be the same.
Okay.
Oh, so we don't have a class at this time next week? We
No,
just do
only the early
workshop.
class.
Okay,
So
Got
we'll
it.
just keep going with our story and then they'll be able to do it.
Okay.
The next week. Yeah.
Okay, well, see you in 2 weeks for Melissa and you
Yep.
guys that can't come, and everybody else will see you Eastern time earlier. And I'll send you a message.
thanks.
Okay, Ciao.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Adios.